Welcome back to the fourth and final segment of Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio right here on AM 920 The Answer. In this segment, in our neighborhood spotlight, we're featuring Oxford Mill in Johns Creek for those familiar with that area. So if you live in Duluth or you live in Alpharetta or if you live in Roswell or maybe Norcross, Peachtree Corners, any of those areas, what's going on in Oxford Mill might mirror what's happening in your area. Also, seller concessions, what are they? And are they deal makers or are sometimes they are deal breakers? And then, believe it or not, buyer searching online is at a high all the way back to 2023. What does this mean for the future of our market? We've got that and more in this segment. And don't forget, we want to connect with you. Let's talk. Go to GoGaddisRadio.com, GoGaddis Radio.com. You can ask questions, make comments. You can push back, challenge things we say, share ideas, ask us to do some research on your neighborhood, or you can subscribe to our podcast. We would love for you to be a podcast subscriber. If you're thinking of selling your home anytime in the next year, we want to make sure you get the upside. You're probably wondering, well, what does that mean? I know I want to list my house and I know I want the highest price. That sounds like the upside for me. And the reality is that might be the upside for you, but some people need something different. Some people need to sell as quickly as possible because they need to relocate to a different city within 30 days or 60 days or something like that. Other people don't have any ability to make any improvements to their home. They need to list the home as is, sell it where is, no repairs, no nothing, and that's a possibility. Possibility number two. Number three, there's a bunch of home sellers out there who are like, I'd like to invest $3,000 or $5,000 or something to really get my house fixed up and make it just pop, 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 so that the first buyer who walks in the door wants to buy the home. And we have a way to do that through our Rehab and Refresh program that includes up to a $15,000 budget for making cosmetic, aesthetic improvements to your home to really make it shine like a diamond for the first buyer who walks in the door. And there are some people out there, they just cannot move forward selling their current home until they have their next home. The thought of putting their home under contract and then having to go find a new home to purchase is just overwhelming to them. And so we actually have a way for you to get the cash to buy your new home, wait till you sell your existing home, and then pay all of the cash back. And are there some charges for some of those things? Yes, but they're all very, very reasonable. And we can do it all for you, one-stop shop. So if you're working with a real estate agent out there who's not helping you realize, here's all the different ways you can sell, here's the ways we can help you, and here's what should work out best for you, then I encourage you to talk to someone who will help you with that. You can connect with us by going to GoGaddisRadio.com, clicking on the upside, put in a little information. We'll follow up with you, and I will actually review your situation myself. If you want to take advantage of me reviewing the 4 different programs or 5 different programs in the upside and you decide you don't want to use us, no problem. It comes with no cost, no obligation whatsoever. We just want to make sure you're aware of the options that you have so that you can choose the upside that is best for your specific circumstances, because nobody out there is just like you. Go to GoGaddisRadio.com, click on the upside for more information. Each week, we pick one specific Metro Atlanta neighborhood to call out critical changes to help you as a home seller know whether or not, or a homeowner, whether or not you have a particular advantage when it comes to selling your home. And this week, we are featuring Oxford Mill, which is in Johns Creek, which is in Fulton County. From I-285, go north on Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, stay left or merge left on 141, which is Peachtree Parkway or Medlock Bridge. Turn left onto Old Alabama Road after you cross into Fulton County. Turn right on Bice Road, and the neighborhood is on the left. It is a swim tennis neighborhood in North Fulton County. Amenities include a clubhouse, pickleball courts, and a playground. Residents enjoy an active community social calendar with events for all ages. The lots are large and the landscaping is mature. Kids can use the walking path actually to walk directly to their elementary school. I don't know if your kids walk to school, but my kids were able to walk to their elementary school and were able to walk to their high school, and it was really a great experience for them. You have easy access to 141 Peachtree Parkway, Medlock Bridge, Georgia 400. It's 15 minutes to shopping, dining, entertainment, and seasonal events at your choice of either Avalon, downtown Alpharetta, or the Forum at Peachtree Corners. Also close enough to go to Halcyon as well, not that far from Halcyon. There are outdoor and recreational opportunities galore. You're 5 minutes to OC Park. The park offers walking trails, baseball, softball fields, tennis courts, basketball courts, sand volleyball courts. Oh, that sounds fun. Playgrounds and picnic pavilions. You're 7 minutes to Newtown Park. Amenities include multi-sports fields, pickleball and tennis courts, a senior center, community garden with raised planted beds, playgrounds and walking trails, the Newtown Dream Dog Park, which was like a $500,000 dog park that a resident in Johns Creek won, voted the third best dog park in the country in 2025. Newtown Park is also home to the wall that heals, a replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in D.C. You're 10 minutes from Archer Mill Nature Preserve, 46-acre preserve with 3 miles of walking trails right in the heart of Johns Creek. And you're 10 minutes by car, 22 minutes by bike to the Roswell-Alpharetta section of the Big Creek Greenway via Rock Mill Park. Good access to also Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area's Jones Bridge Park unit, which is 7 minutes away, and Medlock Bridge, which is 10 minutes away. Let's take a look at what's happened in the neighborhood over the last couple of years in 2023. Let's take a look here. In 2020, before prices just shot through the roof, the average home in that neighborhood sold for $678,000. By 2024, the average home sold for $1,198,000. Year to date this year, the average sales price is $1,259,000. I would say prices are headed in the right direction. In 2022, there were 8 homes sold. They took 16 days. Average sales price $972,000. In 2023, there were 7 homes sold. They took 21 days to sell, an average sales price of $1,023,000. 2024, 4 homes sold. They took 12 days on average to sell. $1,198,000 was the average sales price. And year to date this year, 5 homes have sold. They've taken an average of 7 days. Seems like a very popular neighborhood. Average sales price $1.259 million. If we look at the average sales price in 2012, during the recession when prices were at their lowest, I want you to think about this. Prices were $478,000. Prices are almost $800,000 more today, are almost $800,000 more today than they were in 2012. Can you imagine if you'd have known what was going to happen real estate value-wise in 2012? I want you to just close your eyes, not if you're driving down the road, but close your eyes and picture this. Like, what if you knew that home sales prices were going to, let's just say, double, in some cases almost triple over the 2012 to 2025 time period? How many homes would you have bought? I don't know about you, but I would have bought every home I could get my hands on. What a great, great, great investment. There's currently 1 home available for sale in the neighborhood, which means you only have 1.5 months worth of inventory, which means it is a seller's market. It is listed for $1,499,000 or $1.5 million. There's a total of 286 homes in the neighborhood, which means when we compare that 2012 value of $478 to the year-to-date value this year, average sales price of $1.259, it means homeowners in that neighborhood have increased their equity to the tune of $223 million. $223 million. If you're looking for a home to purchase and you're not finding what you're looking for on the website you're currently using, I'd like to suggest you make a switch to suremls.com, suremls.com. One more time, suremls.com. We pull listings from both listing services. Who knows, it might be the best way for you to find the absolutely perfect home for you and your family. suremls.com. With buyers still feeling the pinch from these high interest rates, more sellers are offering incentives to, let's say, sweeten the deal. Let's talk for just a second about seller concessions and how they can make or break a sale. Martha and Tom in Norcross submitted a question saying they're in the buying process. We have heard the term seller concessions. Exactly what is this and how can it help us as sellers? Well, in 2024, the listing agents commission and the buyer agents commission were separated. So seller concessions include anything the seller pays on behalf of the buyer. So the seller could contribute toward the buyer's closing cost. The seller could contribute to some prepaids. The seller could pay, for example, the buyer's agent's commission, because in many cases the buyers have agreed to pay their agent a certain commission, but in a lot of cases they don't have the money, so sometimes they need it. So offering concessions is not a bad idea. I've got a client who is having a little bit of struggle selling a home, certainly more than they expected they would, and they are offering a 2-1 buy down. So they're willing to invest up to, I think, $18,000 to buy the interest rate down by 2% in the first year, by 1% in the second year. So if, for example, interest rates were 6.75, they'd be 4.75 the first year, 5.75 the second year, and 6.75 the third year. And so any of those are considered seller concessions. Now, home search trends, they don't lie. If you're a buyer and you're out there looking, I think there's more buyers out there looking today than were before. Let's dig into what buyers are searching for and what it means for the market. Antonio in Peachtree Corner says, we're on the fence about selling, or buyers already back. Is now the time to sell? And I wouldn't say that buyers are already back, but I would say that online search trends, especially looking for the keywords, the search words home for sale or homes for sale, on a scale of 100, meaning 100 being the highest it ever got in 2023, our numbers are right back there at almost 100. So there are a lot of people out there. This kind of momentum really means something. Despite high mortgage rates and home prices, buyers really haven't given up. They're still watching the market and they're still browsing, and many are just waiting for the right opportunity to act. Maybe your house could be exactly what they're looking for, but you'll never know if you don't have it listed yet. Thank you so much for joining me for another week's edition of Go Gaddis Real Estate Radio right here on AM 920. My plan is to be back here next weekend, same time, same channel. We look forward to talking to you then, Atlanta. Have a great week.